Hello everyone, in this lesson we are going to study or see one example on feature methods. So let's go to again our developer console and then see how it is works. For feature method, as you remember, our class can be public or global. If it is global, from outside web service they can access outside of our org. And then class, and then our class name. We are going to calculate the number of contacts in our account with this method. So again, we create class, and then you have to write at the rate feature this annotation. So without this, class will not be feature class or have not feature method. After this, then we have our again create public static void and then count contacts method, and then we have the list of IDs, right? List of IDs to count in this method. Remember, feature class can accept primitive data types. List, we create a list of accounts, and we get the list of accounts from our org, select ID, and then again select ID from contacts. Each contact has one ID, and this should be in account contacts. So this is a parent to child query, as you remember, and then where ID in account IDs. Then after, what we do is, for this we create an account list, and then is this account list, before that I forgot to mention, you need to create number of contacts in your account object. Let's see here. As you can see, this is our IP name, field name. So you need to create number of contacts field and use the number field type, as you can see. And then after that, this was the first step actually to tell. So we are going to create a list of account list in ACC, and ACC contact number of contacts equals to account contacts. This is child relationship name, account, contact, and size. And size should be 1, right? If we enter 1 contact. And if this account list is not empty, update the list if you want to update the list. So for this, let's go to our anonymous window. Once you create, then again here, what we want, just to get an example of list of account lists, and we just want to take 5 of them. And then last list of IDs, we create a list of IDs, and then creating a for loop for each account list. What we want to do is account IDs, we add this ACC list IDs. Let me ACC, where is it? With each ACC has an ID, and we add this new list, SCID list, we add account IDs, and then we have our method to execute. So if you execute this account calculate feature class dot our method contact count contacts and ACC IDs. ACC IDs. Then if you execute it, so when you execute a future class, what you need to do is just go to setup and then see. Let me execute this one again. We already executed before. I executed, as you can see. And let's go to setup and write Apex jobs. So if you want to, when you execute a future class or asynchronous classes, so you can go to Apex job and then see, as you can see, this is completed and batches 0. I don't have batches here, and date, Apex class and method. As you can see, it is here. So if it is any problem, you can check from here. The last thing here, what we do is to create a test class. Test classes are really important, how much code coverage we have. So for test class, you need to write annotation at is test, and then the public class account calculator, our class name, and again is test. At the rate is test. So this is the syntax for test class. So you can write it is private. It is just for me. I want to test it. Private static void contact count contact test. And then for this, what we did here, we create the account list, right? These are just some examples. So we want to create 150, 250, and the number depends on you. You can make maybe 25. Okay, no need to change right now. So for this list, what we are going to do, create 250, because we have name is test and plus I, it is every time it will increase 1, test 1, test 2, and then insert this list. So after, then we have create a contact list objects, and then each contact like ACC IDs list we also have, and then we put our account list here, and for contacts add to that account, contact list dot add. What to add is new contact, and first name is test, anything you can put, and last name is account name. So account name, what it will be, acc.name, and then account ID. As you know, for contacts we need to have three things: first name, last name, and account ID to match the account with the contact. So for account ID in the contact, it should be ACC ID. ACC ID. For this account IDs, like account, to match this one contact to account, you need to have account ID dot account ACC ID, and then ACC IDs add ACC ID. This is the to match the contacts when we create the contacts to match IDs with contacts, and that insert contacts. Now here we need to test our code. then the method is that test.start test, and then after we have our method, our class name dot our method, our class name dot our method, and then HTTP IDs, and then stop this test. Then after that, what we want to do is just to see list of accounts query, and then some number of contacts will be created in account. So for each account we created one contact, so we just do assertion here. This time assertion equal 1 ACC. There's in this query, okay, in this query we will have a list, and then the first indexed the number of contacts, it will be 1. You expect that. If it is not, then contacts are not account. This is a command to write on our system. If doesn't fail, it is 1. If fails, then contacts are not counted, something like that. Then you need to just save it, and then as you can, when you write is test class, and you will see this run test. Let's click it. Then you will see it is success, and then when it is success, you can see your test run test. It is success. When it is success, as you can see, overall code coverage it's 14, but in future class it is 100%. There were 7 lines in my future class. How many lines are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As you can see, 6 lines are here, and my food coverage is 100%. And Qubble example, we don't have a contributor, we don't have. So for this class, it is 100%. As you can see, I hope you have learned something new. Thank you very much.